don't have, if you can't turn on your cameras, if you're doing something, hello, hi, people. Okay. Hi, Connie. Hi, Leah. Hi, Amanda. Who- Hello. Hi, Miss Jodine. Okay. Hi, Dolores. Now I'm starting to see a lot of familiar faces. Okay. I'm just like, I feel like I'm talking to just black screens. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm talking to myself. So, on a show of hands, how many of you are interested in purchasing your first property? Like, what is like within in the next, I would say 6 months? Just raise your hand. Okay. How many people want to purchase their property, but they have some other types of fears, such as how am I going to get the money, or how am I going to find the property, or my credit's bad, or any of that? Okay. I'm going to unmute you guys because I want to hear a little bit of feedback because I want us to have a real discussion. Like, this is not a sales presentation. I'm not selling anything. I'm honestly just helping you guys figure out what it is that you want to do and answer the questions that you might have. So,
I'm
someone
just
said,
worried about if
go
I
ahead.
buy something and it's the bite is too big for me to chew. The first thing.
Okay, so
I
what
don't know.
what what gives you that fear? What do you think is causing that fear? Do
I
you
don't
think
know. That the
you're go-
unknown, I guess.
okay, so do you think you're gonna buy in the wrong area?
No, the area is good, but I don't know if the numbers don't, you know, numbers are not good or something like that. So I look at things and uh, kind of you know research the ARVs, and I don't know. It's just the starting hiccup, or I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. So I'm on
So,
Zillow. I'm on some in touch with some wholesalers. Like this one website, the Investor Lift. Multiple things. Keep on looking at properties, and I try to take help from the group president in Houston also.
mm-hmm,
But somehow I'm not reaching there, so to speak.
I
So
understand.
yeah, the first beginner scare, I guess.
Okay. Um, so that's the thing, right? When it comes to investing, like I told you, when I started, I didn't know anything about investing. When I say I was a complete novice, I knew nothing about investing. I knew barely anything about real estate, to be honest. I had purchased my first home, but I built that like from the ground up. It was just like our first home. So we didn't want to get into something and then we didn't know how to maintain it properly. So we was just like, let's go ahead and just get something brand new so we don't have to worry about a headache or anything like that. I didn't even really know much about appreciation and buying in the right areas. But um and you're part of the academy, right? So you know that like Nate has this saying, it's just like it's a numbers game, right? We're talking about the numbers. If the numbers make sense, the deal is going to be great, right? It's the biggest thing is you don't want to force a deal. So if you, like I said, if you're going by that 65%, 70% rule, you can't lose, especially in the area of a high appreciation. So for example, if you buy a house, just say you're in the market, you buy a house, the house is $100,000 and you know that the ARV can be, $250,000. You know that in terms of the purchase price, your holding cost, and any construction, any improvements you do, it needs to be 70% of the total value, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So that's how you know you won't lose, right? Because you know that, hey, as long as it's 70%, then that means that I have enough margins. I can go in, I can do a cash out refi at 75%. Some lenders do 80%. And then what's the second component to that? Is what we call the 1% rule. So for those who don't know what the 1% rule is, that means that after you rehab the house, after you purchase the house, you rehabbed it, you want to make sure that the market rents, not what you think you can rent it for, but you want to also research the market rents because when you go to refi, they're going to ask for the market rents. They want to know what the market rents are. So when you go to refi, your market rents are 1%. So for example, if you're all in for $150,000 on a house. So after you purchase the house, after you rehab the house, and your holding costs, all your debt for that house, if it's 150,000, then how much should your rent be?
1,500.
1,500, right? So you know if it's at that 1%, if it's 1,500, you're gonna cash flow, even with the interest rates. Some people like to boost that up a little bit. Some people do, 1.5. In my market, it's really hard to go above 1% unless it's like a 2 to 4 unit or something like that, right? So it's a numbers game. It's not an emotional game. It's not, okay, let me force this deal. If you're like calculating the deal and you're trying to make it work, more than likely it's not going to work. Okay.
Also, there's one thing that the way the market is reacting right now with all these people are saying, I don't know whether it's true, I don't know. They say that there's a lot of unsold inventory in the market,
Mm-hmm.
and the interest rates are going up, and so I was like, okay, if I want to do the fix and flip, like not the BRR, and just rehab it and sell it, you
Mm-hmm.
know, is it gonna sell? Is the market does the market have customers, buyers at this point in time? Because
Because
everybody seems scared. This is just my mind thinking. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but
what market are you in?
Texas, Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. Okay. Is there a surplus? Have you researched and did the underwriting in your area? Because there are some areas where there may be a surplus of housing. We're not looking for those areas. Remember, we're looking for areas with high appreciation. So we're looking at areas where when you go and you research, one website that Nate tells us to go to is www.bestplaces.com.
Yeah, I use that. Yes, best
Okay.
places. Yeah.
Okay, best places. Angel, are you on the call? Angel Ford, are you on the call?
I am. Hey, I am.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Sorry, you guys, this is like my best friend slash assistant, so she's helping me out. If you can find best places and then put the link in the comments so they can use that as a reference, because that's going to be like your main tool for
Yes,
underwriting.
that's yeah.
Okay, so if you're looking at that, you're looking at the job growth, right? You're looking at the school district. You're looking at how the houses have appreciated. You're not, if you're seeing negative job growth, if you're seeing high unemployment rates, low income rates, those are all the indicators whether or not you should be investing. If there's a surplus of housing, you don't want to be there. You want to be in the market where there's limited inventory, where there's job growth, and where there's a good amount of appreciation. Those are the key factors.
Okay.
Okay. So if your numbers make sense, okay, you find a deal, the numbers make sense, you're hitting the 70% rule, you're hitting the 1% rule if you decide you want to burr, right? And you're in the right area, you're not gonna lose because you're gonna have your accelerated appreciation, your cost segregation, you're going to have all your tax benefits. So those are the major components. Everything else, it's going to come because this is like a long man's game. This is not something where we're talking about instant wealth, right? It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
Um, and so you can't lose if your numbers are right. That's just what it is. So the biggest thing is don't force deals. Try to
Yeah,
find
just wait for the right one. Correct. Yeah.
wait for the
Yeah.
right
Sometimes I get impatient. That's right. That's with
you
me.
know, and we live in a society where it's like instant gratification. So if we're not like, what we want, and then you see everyone else, making it
Yeah.
doing things, you're
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
am I doing wrong? You don't want to get stuck in that. You don't want to be tied to your emotions and just buy something just to buy it and then you're
Just for the heck. Yes. That's
yes,
right.
right. Okay.
Damn. Okay.
So okay. So yeah, let me go to the questions. It's a lot of messages and I don't want to miss someone message. So if you have a question, please raise your hand. Um, and then we can someone let me go to the chat. Or if you can look at the chat, Angel, and let me know the next question. Okay.
Actually, Tara, sorry. It's my
Oh, okay.
husband.
No problem. Okay.
I just have a quick question. So it sounds like based on those key factors that you were describing, um, it almost makes me think like any property that would have the right appreciation might need a lot of work. Is that what you end up finding, or do they not always need a lot of work? Because you're in an area where maybe I'm trying to remember how you said it, but like the demand for the property is there, but it's in where it's like upcoming, the
Okay.
job growth there.
Okay, so right. So what it is like when you're looking at an area, right? You're looking for areas where there is tons of jobs. Any area